How are you doing? I'm Trenius Henderson. You're tuned into the infamous Living Realm Network. Divine powers are always working for us because we're trying to do right. Life after breakthrough manifestation, awakening the law of attraction. I'm finally awake now. Most of the videos I do, I'm normally, giving out information and teaching and stuff like that and whatnot. However, I'm gonna just give you a little bit more of my testimony, in hopes that it will help you break through, manifest whatever it is you're trying to manifest in your life. Get to the awakening point where you're finally awake too. And I'm just gonna tell you straight up some of the things that I experienced before I actually got my breakthrough and what you can expect. Let's get right down into it. All right, so when I first started to learn about the law of attraction and how I could change myself and become a better person and make myself better, other people's lives better, and world a better place, and things like that. It was kind of confusing. I was kind of almost scared to change myself because of how I seen myself in the past, and all the stuff and the things I was holding on to in the past. It kind of made it hard for me to transcend who I was as a person then. That's the hardest thing that a lot of us face. People that are wanting to become more awake, we are just scared of what other people will think about us if we are being our true selves. That's really what it boils down to. Becoming awake versus being not awake. That's really what it's all about. It's about being yourself and defeating all the negative things that you think about yourself before you become awakened. And so, I'm gonna just tell you about how I feel now. I feel now like I'm just in flow with the life force of the universe. It's like negative thoughts will try to bubble up from time to time. Negative old thought patterns that I used to have will try to come in my mind and make me think like I used to think. Negative thought patterns about things that happened in my day to day, yesterday. That's just the reality of the life that we live. We have a mind, a brain, I like to call it a computer, and it remembers everything that we do, just like a computer. When you visit certain sites, even sites that you no longer even look at, it still keeps a history of that. And sometimes when you type in certain addresses in your address bar, other sites will come up related to that site. Just like YouTube, they throw you suggested videos based on what you've already looked at. And so that's how the mind works. It throws you suggested thought patterns and stuff versus based on what you've already thought about. And so if you can come to a realization to where you are able to just cut off, just choke all the thoughts that come to your mind about negative things that you may have thought about yourself in the past, you're on the verge of awakening. And being awake now, I feel like I can do anything. I feel like it's a new me. I feel like I'm free. I feel like I'm open to be myself without worried about what other people will think. Just doing these YouTube videos, you have to be a very open person about your life and about how you see life. Once upon a time, I could not do this. Once upon a time, I couldn't just tell you my deepest thoughts, and tell you the things that I was learning and try to help you or inspire you into, finding your dreams and awakening to the reality of who you are as a person. Once upon a time, like I said in some of my previous videos, if you ain't watching any of my previous videos, I highly advise you to go watch those videos. I have transcended who I used to be, like completely. And that's what's gonna happen to you. Like when you want something really, 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 really bad, nothing is gonna stop you to get that. Of course, I always tell you the steps and the secrets and signs on how to get things that you desire, how to manifest things. But the true reality of what I really want to tell you is, if you want something bad enough, you're gonna get it. And I always say there are two different types of people. There's a person who say they want something, but they don't really want it, because you can see it by their actions. They're not going all out. They're not sacrificing all of who they are to go get the thing that they want or to desire. And the person who really wants the thing that they desire, they go get it regardless of the circumstances that life throws at us. And so Once upon a time, I used to look at all my circumstances and situations and be like, oh, I can't do this because of that. Or I won't be able to do this because of them. Oh, I can't, be this person because this person over here don't like me. Or I can't do this because I do this. It was so many excuses as to why I can't be who I am right now. And so I just got to a point where I was like really starting to really want it really, really bad. And I just really wanted to make myself better. And I really wanted to accomplish my dreams. And there was nothing for me to wait on. The whole time I was waiting on the right conditions. Oh, it has to be hot before I can do anything. Oh, I have to have some money before I can do anything. Oh, it's not quite right yet. Don't bring it out the oven. But you know what? I was wanting to eat the cake. I was wanting to eat the cake. I was wanting the greatest life. I was wanting a successful life. I was wanting to live my dream life. I was wanting to break through. I was wanting to manifest. And that's what's going to happen to you over time. If this is something that's really in your heart to do, you're not going to be able to escape it. You're not going to be able to escape your own heart's desire. You're not going to be able to escape the purpose that you're here for. A lot of people try to escape their purpose, and this is dangerous. A lot of people try to escape their purpose, and they find death in that. And when I say death, I don't mean like physical death. I mean like death in their lifestyle, death in their career, death in their relationships. Meaning they don't thrive, they don't progress, they don't succeed. It comes down to just being malicious, hateful, just a cynical person who's just mad at everybody because they have not yet done the things that they knew that they were supposed to go out and do. And that's downright plain, bold, blunt of what it is. And I'm assuming if you're watching this video, you're a person who wants to accomplish that dream, who wants to walk into that purpose. And that's really it, guys. That's really it. You just have to be a person who don't care what nobody say, who don't care how you look when you go outside. If you know you look good, you look good. You don't need nobody to vouch for you. It's funny because I was with my homeboy today and we was going to the news station. Like we were going to the news, the building that does the news, and we just having some business there. I'm not gonna say what we was doing, but we were going in there today, and neither one of us was like dressed for it. We were expecting to see the ladies in the pantsuits, the heels on, the nice dress pressed men with the nice haircuts and stuff like that. But we was just like, hey man, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. You comfortable? I'm comfortable. He comfortable. We comfortable. We gonna go in here. We gonna talk. We gonna socialize. We gonna get to know people. And this is what it's all about, man. And we did that. We did that. We had fun for the moment that we were there. And we just really enjoyed ourselves. They gave us snacks. We took pictures. We joked around with news anchors and things like that. And so, I'm saying that all to say this. It's not about, what you look like. It's about what you look like on the inside. It's about what you feel about yourself on the inside. When people can feel that you are genuine through your energy, it don't matter what you look like on the outside, man. It don't matter what your outer core look like. If you are projecting that love energy, if you are projecting that happy energy, man, you move mountains. If you got that much little bit of faith, you just move mountains. People ain't stupid. People know how they should feel when they go around people. So when you're awakening, that's how it is. You just really kind of like carefree. Nowadays I'm really carefree about who I am and the things I believe, my philosophies, the places I want to go, the things I want to talk about when I go around people. My emotional system when I get aroused, to be happy when the setting is just so dull, or the setting is just, hey, be calm, relax, or everybody's, in that race mindset where they like have to act like a robot and act like, they want to put on the front for everybody else. But I'm the type of person who is completely comfortable with himself, and I just go and be myself wherever I am, and people notice it because most people that you run into when they're out they're not being themselves. They're most of the time people are just acting. Most of the time people are, just a book cover. They just look good, but when you start talking to them, they don't got nothing real substance. They don't have any real substance to talk about. When you go around them, you don't really feel any love energy. You don't feel any happiness. They make you feel confined. They make you feel suffocated. They make you feel like you can't be yourself. And so when you're awakened, you don't really worry about that. You don't really worry about what he, she thinks. You don't worry about racism. You don't worry about people hating on you and stuff like that. I mean, you don't worry about even what you're gonna eat, what you're gonna wear. It's just like a tiger in the jungle. When the tiger wakes up, he's not worried about, oh, how am I gonna eat today? Oh, I wonder if it's gonna be hot outside before I can be happy. Oh, it's raining today, I'm gonna be sad. No, nature always is itself. Animals are always themselves. When you see birds flying in the sky, when you hear birds waking up in the morning, they chirping because they being themselves. They can only be themselves because they don't know like we know. The mind is powerful, but at the same time, the mind can hold you up. The mind holds on to all these thought beliefs and these thought patterns that go on constantly. It can just take you right out of your destiny. It can just take you right out of the purpose that God has for you, because you always thinking you always thinking on how to do it right. But the truth is, you're never gonna do it right. You're never gonna be perfect. You just have to be able to live with your imperfections and say, you know what, this is me. Just like I'm saying right now, this is me. If people don't like the way I talk on videos, so what? This is me. People don't like what I like to wear, when I'm out in public places, so what? It's me. I can't change myself for you. I can't make you happy by changing myself. The only thing I can do is change myself and make myself feel more comfortable with being myself, so that when I get around people who might not, I can't even think like that anymore. So when I get around people like that, I can be comfortable with just being me. And that's the hardest part to life that a lot of us don't understand. A lot of people don't understand, and it's why they don't awaken and they can't use the law of attraction, because there's so much going on in their psyche about the world outside of them, versus fixing the world on the inside and coming to a realization within yourself that, hey, you are who you are, and it is what it is, man. And that's really all it is. That's what a breakthrough is all about. That's when you awaken to your true self. And so I'm gonna end it off like this. And so I awaken, man. I'm awakened, and I'm here. I'm here right now, and there's nothing to think about anymore about if I'm going to break through anything, if I'm going to accomplish my dreams, if I'm going to be living my purpose, if I'm going to have $1 million, if I'm going to be rich, if I'm going to be famous and stuff like that. Like, that's negative energy. That's negative energy, man. Be yourself at all times, and it's the most happiest thing you can possibly have for yourself. It's better than any monies. It's better than any relationship. It's better than anything, any pearl, any jewel, diamond necklace. Being happy within yourself is the best thing that you can have for yourself. And other people don't have to experience your happiness. You know what I'm saying? Like, so many people think they're like, oh, is that person, when you go out in public places, people are just looking at you, like when you're on the bus or the train, people just looking to see if you're afraid or not. People are staring at you to see, are you happy? You notice that, right? When you go out to like public places, people are just looking at you. Unconsciously, subconsciously, that's what they're looking for. They're looking at you to see if you're being yourself. Or are you happy with yourself? That's what they're saying in their subconscious mind. Is this person happy with themselves? Because I'm not quite happy with myself. And so I just want to see if they're happy with themselves. Now, if they're happy with themselves and they're showing that they're happy with themselves, then that makes me feel good about myself. And I can just be myself too. So that's what's really going on when you go out and you meet and meet people, you're going places and stuff like that. It's just it's a mind thing when you go out. It's a mind thing. People are just looking to see if it's cool enough for them to be themselves around you. That's all people are doing 24/7 all throughout the day. Because chasing this purpose, this dream that is in your heart, it's like an ongoing battle every single day, uphill, a struggle every single day, uphill. It's a struggle to be ourselves. It's a struggle to break through. It's a struggle to awaken. It's a struggle for all of us, just like it was for me. It was a struggle. It was a struggle to say, hey, I ain't gonna worry about what nobody think. I'm not gonna worry about my bills. I'm not gonna worry about how things happen for me. I'm just gonna it was a struggle to get to this point for me to just live free-spirited, trusting in the universe, trusting in God to supply all my needs, trusting in this ultimate power that surrounds all of us and is with us on the inside of us all the time. It's a struggle to get to that point. It's a struggle to be able to say, oh, I believe in God, but then again, I'm still worried about everything else around me. I'm worried about how this is going to happen. I'm worried about if that's going to happen. I'm worried about this. I'm worried about my kids. I'm worried about that. See, it's a struggle. It's either you in it or you not in it. It's either you trust in God or you don't trust God. And I love to say God right about that, because once upon a time, I was even afraid to say that. Because I thought, oh, what he gonna think about me? Oh, they gonna think I'm a religious. Oh, they gonna think this and that. Nah, it is what it is. None of us planned to be here, so there must be something bigger than us. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, that force that's bigger than us. So when it comes down to understanding how things are gonna go for you, there's really nothing to think about if, we didn't plan to be here. Things are going to happen for you. Things are going to line up for you. Things are going to automatically manifest for you based on how you feel, if that's what is designed for your life and your destiny. It's inevitable. Nothing can stop what the universe has for you. Nothing. If you feel a certain way in your heart, if you feel it in your heart, it is. It already is done. It's already done. It's already done. It ain't no trying. It ain't no seeing if it's going to happen. It ain't no process. It's now. It's right now. It's either you believe it. It's either you believe it that it's already done, and you just continue to go and live your life after this video, not even trying to push for anything. And don't take my words literally. Don't take my words literally like people take scriptures literally in the Bible and knowing it ain't right. Don't take my words literally when I say don't worry about the process and stuff like that. What I'm saying is, don't worry about how things are going to happen process, but at the same time, just go in the process of feeling comfortable with knowing that the process is already done. And this is how you awake. And when you awake, you'll notice the whole time, everything has been coming to you the whole time. If you've been getting everything that you want all the time, at the perfect time, at the right time, all the time, it's been going on. And if you don't believe it right now, then I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say. If you're still thinking about how in doubt and in fear about how the world and things, the world is a beautiful place. The world is a great place. The world is paradise. The world is heaven. Oh, but I can't tell that to the average Joe, because they see their problems. They see their faults. They hold a guilty conscience. They have a guilty consciousness about all the things that they did yesterday. Yesterday is history. It's in the past. It's permanent. You can't do nothing about yesterday. The only thing you can do is right now. And so, I can go on and on and on about life after breakthrough manifestation. And I hope this message resonated with you. I hope you received this message, folks. And I'm going to tell you this before I leave. Every time you think about something negative, this is how you use an affirmation to delete that negative thought so it won't keep popping back up all the time. Say peace and blessings. Every time your mind thinks anything negative about anything, about people driving wrong, people calling your phone, constantly getting on your nerves, you having to wake up in the morning to go to work and you don't feel like it, say peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. Because if you continue to say peace and blessings, you're gonna find yourself peaceful more often. And you're going to realize all the blessings that are always coming to you at all times. It's about perception. Change your perception about how you see your life, and you will see your life in a different light. Life is always good. Like LG phones say. They tell you straight up, life is good. It is good. All that money they making, they know. They can get you to go buy a phone easily, just like Apple do. Every week, new phone come out. You going to go buy it. Because they know life is good. Anything new on the table, people want it. Anything exclusive, people want it. I don't care if it got an apple on the back, or pear, or banana. If it new, it do great things, people want it. Okay, so it's a nice ending, right? Anyway, guys, I'll see you in the next 24 hours. Peace and blessings.